Welcome to Patriot TV. Our programs are designed to revolutionize the mind for social transformation. My name is Ademu Musa Adams. Join me. In this episode, we shall equally be looking at nepotism and its effect on national development and how true patriotism can be the heal and the cure to this menace. Like a cankerworm, it has eaten into the fabric of our leaders, of our followers too. This is something that has subtly eaten into our system. It's become a part of us. It's living with us. But what is nepotism? According to the Cambridge Dictionary, it describes nepotism as the act of using your power or influence to get good job or unfair advantages from member of your own family. It means it defines all form of what we call due process. You don't need to be qualified. So long as you are a figure that can represent, just go in, you're my own. And don't forget, family here include not just family is broken from your immediate family. Within that nuclear cycle, it extends to your probably extended family, to your community, to your village, to your local government, to your state, to your region. And this has a very interesting historic background. And you can connect this historic background to leadership, to governance, and how subtly it has been part of it, and how it's actually endangering our development, because we can't pull it out of us. And until we pull it out of us, and the only way we can pull it out of us is to become truly patriotic, to love our nation, to love every member, to begin to treat everybody equal on the basis of merit. Because favoritism and nepotism is a serious enemy to any national development, economically, socially, or otherwise. Now, you see, this word, nepotism, you said by Wikipedia, I said the term originated with the assignment of a nephew to important position by Catholic popes and bishop. Now, Catholic pope and bishop, historically, where do we bring the Catholic system into governance? Ab initio, don't forget, when the world system was going to declare Christianity as the world religion, there were this issue of papacy, there's the issue of people running after who become a bishop, a cardinal, and the politics began to come in. That the very privileged individuals of the time began to use nephews, cousins, and all is to maintain the dynasty of papacy. It means it has not left our dynasty. And this degenerated into what we have as a common practice, even though the world has evolved beyond that kind of practice. The world has become a place of idea, innovation, creativity, logic, superior argument, qualification, putting the right square in the right hole to allow the system operate. It's like you're having an Apple, a Mac laptop, an Apple, and a Windows. You can't expect the operating system of the Windows to work with an Apple. If you do that, the system crashes. That's what happened when nepotism brings people into places for what we have in this regard. Now, how does it affect us as a nation? How has it eaten into us as a nation? How has it blinded us from the beginning? Taking it from independent, which formationally has a lot to do with our amalgamation. There have been always this campaign of one Nigeria, one Nigeria, one Nigeria. Why would there be a campaign of one Nigeria if there are no element of nepotism? It means let's come together as a people, become one nation, put our differences apart, and grow irrespective of tribe, religion, or region. But even at that, what is the information? How did this get subtly into us? One, come to an office today. In fact, nepotism, as it were, and this element of favoritism begin to have tools for blackmail. You find out as a brother who has just gone wrong, you meet another brother in the church, because everybody in the church is called brother. Brother, and you are supposed to go to jail. You are supposed to be prosecuted for an offense. You're supposed to get a job that you're not qualified for. And it's, oh, it's my brother, we'll teach him on the job. Whereas there is a man sitting that you don't need to teach on the job. nepotism. But subtly, there is a system, even in a system, that has said that if your brother asks you to go a mile, go within 10 miles. That means he has the power to go the 10 miles. You are only supposed to be a support towards the 10 miles. So, but what happened? Because he is a brother, family, the journey for a 10 mile is for somebody that has the ability and the capacity to go 10 miles. And that is who you are supposed to go with. Now, if you go with your brother 2 miles and he collapses, or he collapses, he's unable to continue, won't there be a dysfunctionality of goal achievement? You can't get to 10 miles with him. That is what happened. If by nepotism, by favoritism, which is the major definition, you give someone because it's a family member, because it's a church member, because he comes to the mosque and says salamu alaikum, you know, salamu alaikum, bless you, bless you. These are all little elements that people who are conscious, it's eating into us, it's subtle. It is, who is there? My brother. Or he goes to our church. Or you don't need to pray with him in the mosque. So even the followers and the leaders are sure of this subtle element that has made it our personality. It's eating into our real personality. We want to check deeply, you'll find out that it takes grace and it takes only patriotism and looking up to the third balance, which is the place of the constitution, the place of the requirement of who should be, and your ability to make the reasonable choice to become patriotic, to say no, it doesn't matter where you come from, it doesn't matter what home you come from, it doesn't matter what state you come from. What really matters is who is qualified to drive this wheel. In Nigeria, nepotism seems to have found a permanent place in our daily life and in our general system, in our businesses, in our schools, in our organizations, in our banks, in all of our industries. But the question is, how much has this helped us? How much has this worked on even the system that is designed to function, that has a name, federal character? As much as this has not been elaborately shown to the people to understand what it stands for. Now, you will find that from 1960 till date, every of our leaders, from presidency to the governors, to the local government chairman, to even councillors, it has always been one. When it is my turn, it is me, my family, my crew, my people, my friends. In fact, it is done undermining the federal character that has even said we have this region, this religion, and this geopolitical. And there is a design of a function to even inform how ministers are appointed, how commissioners are appointed, how permanent secretaries are appointed. But what do we find in our system today? Once you have a president that is from the north, you find out that every appointment of ministers, of head of parastatal, that irrespective of what the federal character says in this regard, goes to one region, whether the person knows it or do not know it. What really matters is I have my person in place. If the president comes from the south, the same thing. If he comes from the west, the same thing. Basking in this euphoria of nepotism over the year, how has it helped us? Have we moved an inch from the spot we are to the spot we ought to be? Unfortunately, it seems that we're even going down instead of coming up or remaining stagnant. We've been dragged to the mud, all because of nepotism, what I call the true terrorist. I'd like to leave you with this. Do you expect a different result doing the same thing over and over again? It's a time to think again. It's a time to see that being patriotic can heal this nepotism that is based on religion, culture, section, and gender.
Welcome to the Vox Pop segment on Patriot TV. I am Israel Ojage Rejoice. Today we go to the street to find out what Nigerians think of nepotism. Please come with us.
Nepotism is the act of favoring someone from your own clan, which could be your bloodline or your social cycle, but somebody you're dealing with based on the fact that you have a relationship with it, blood relationship or otherwise.
And nepotism is act of favoritism in terms of blood, social, tribal or ethnic leaning. And as as long as we have nepotism in the country, competent hands will not be appointed into positions of authority. So nepotism kills, and let us do away with it.
Nepotism is the act of favoring a particular ethnic group against other ethnic group.
My understanding of nepotism is an act whereby certain opportunities, especially in terms of jobs, are given to people as regards to being relatives, friends, father, mother of such person that gives such opportunities, employers or whatnot. So it's a popular act compared and copied in Nigeria as well.
How is it affecting the country generally?
It's affecting everything because a lot of young, every day we hear that there are not employing, but every day people are being employed into the federal government agencies on a daily basis based on nepotism. NIPC is employing, the CBN is employing, FIRC is employing, and if you check the list of all the employment is leaning towards a particular tribe.
A Nigerian youth like myself, for someone who has certain qualities in terms of papers and skills, I would not be motivated when I know that there's a system that looks beyond my qualification and they look towards the fact that I don't have a relationship to the person that gives such opportunities. So lots of people, lots of youths, men, women are discouraged that, okay, if they don't have the popular say, who you know, and who you know they help. And so if that kind of act is in a system like Nigeria, a country like Nigeria, many people would not want to be motivated to work hard or work harder to get such opportunities. If at all, many people who are less skilled and less opportune like them can get such standards. So that's just the problem.
It affects everything, because when you become nepotic, you give away merit. So there's no merit anymore. In Nigeria particularly, we have that so much now. We have never had it this way before. We have a presidency with a cabinet that runs solely on family.
It has divided the country along ethnic and religious lines. And now the country is more divided than any other time in history, and we are not making progress as a nation because of that. Every arm of government, there has been nepotism. Most of the government appointees, most especially the government of the day, has been the worst and has been the worst culprit as far as nepotism is concerned.
Welcome to the question and answer segment on Patriot TV. I am Israel Rejoice, and today's question goes this way. How can we solve the issue of nepotism in Nigeria? Okay, good luck. The first 3 persons who answer the question correctly stand a chance to win he or herself a 500 naira recharge card of any network of your choice. Keep sending your answers to the following numbers on your screen, and please don't forget to follow us on social media like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Please stay tuned.